Cody's promo though. What did did you see it, Dave? It was phenomenal.
I got a text from our friend and yours, Evan, and he said April 4th. No, 2nd. He goes April 2nd, and I was like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "What's wrong, Evan? You drunk?" And he's like, "April 2nd," and I was like, "Dude, explain to me what the hell you're talking about." And then he said, "Go watch Cody's promo. It's worth watching." Blah blah blah. Monday night, I was here late with trying to negotiate with our next big deal with Saudi Arabia, and so I wasn't able to watch Raw, but he did tell me to watch that promo, so I flipped it on the old YouTube. It was good. I like it. I like where they're going with this.
Sounded like he was having an asthma attack in between, like as he was doing.
I just think that's how passionate it was.
He's yelling on the top.
I couldn't I told you.
He looks like he holds back tears every time he cuts promos now, like because he's just feeling it that much.
He's really feeling it though. Like I thought, like he really felt this one because when he won the Royal Rumble and you knew that's what you were getting for WrestleMania. I don't want Cody to win. I don't believe in Cody. I don't think it's genuine. But when he said, "I wear a shield of armor, I wear this suit because I want to be somebody," and all the shit, and he went into every reason of like, good. I need this. Bro, I was like, holy shit! Like, all right,
that's who's gonna win. And I know it's gonna sound ridiculous, but every time I hear the "I need this," I think there's a turn involved. I think he's gonna do whatever it takes to win. Meaning him and Heyman. What if Heyman recreated what did they call them back in the day? The Dangerous Alliance. What if he recreated that? That was Austin. That was Brian Pillman.
Yeah, but don't you think that would be kind of like everybody be like, oh, really? Because he did it with Roman with Brock.
Yeah, but twice. He was Brock's guy though. Nobody would expect Heyman to turn on Roman for Cody Rhodes.
For the bloodline. Like,
nobody, dude. I never even thought of that. And I think of
I could have sworn I said that last week.
But I was thinking the same thing too. And the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like,
stop. That's my idea, not yours.
You probably got it from me, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, I think that would just be obvious. In my opinion,
really?
I think that would be obvious.
You really think that'd be obvious?
I don't. I mean.
Because here's my thing.
I wish I
feel
thought
like that's
it
the
was.
last thing on people's minds. Right
How over is Cody going to be as a face when he wins the belt?
I don't.
Why was Roman over? Because he was a heel.
But that's where I'm coming from though. I don't think Cody can do that for that long. I just don't see it. I don't
as
see
a baby
how.
face, no. I think as a heel,
he yes. Could. As a heel, 100% he could because.
Just realized both major companies have heel world champions. It's pretty interesting. It's an interesting fact because it's like, when's the last time you saw like a blue chipping baby face, like a Bret Hart or somebody, like kissing babies and shit.
No,
like,
but that's how I feel.
That's what's going to happen if Cody wins and's just clean and is a face.
But that's how I feel.
There's no way it's going to be clean with the bloodline involved and Cody's helped Sammy. Like,
what if Orton returns at Mania?
We said that last week.
That would be cool too.
No, we said that he would return the day after.
The day after.
So I'm saying, what if he was a return like you think the bloodline's doing something, and and people are just like, holy shit, and he drops one RKO to help. Not even like cost him the match, just help.
Just think about this. On April 2nd, like he said, the main event of WrestleMania, the finish has to be the biggest finish in wrestling history. Am I wrong to think that? Think of where the story's led up to. Hold on. Think of where the story's led up to. Cody Rhodes' whole thing. Being there, Stardust, back to Dusty, all that shit. And then Roman, his whole thing. Getting pushed by Vince, people hating him, winning the Royal Rumble, Rock raised his hand. The finish of that match has to be the biggest moment in wrestling history.
That whole WrestleMania has to get knocked out of the park because of people think that Vince is back in creative now, and a lot of these things that are happening that seem kind of, what the fuck are we doing right now? They're thinking it's him. This WrestleMania needs to knock it out of the park because I don't think he's part of creative.
I think it happens every year.
Choices.
I think it happens every year where people are like, WrestleMania seems like lackluster going in, but then like it delivers, right?
Which I know like Triple H said he wanted to be smaller both nights.
But I'm hearing rumors that he wants to load up the chamber next year.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Next year,
so WrestleMania 40, he wants to go ape, just batshit nuts. So I don't think you take the L on this year. I think you have to deliver to get people to keep investing in the product for the rest of this year. What you're saying, Rob, I'm with you. I think that it has to be a genuine moment. I am not for and I've said this plenty of times, I'm not for a Cody feel-good moment with nothing happening, because that would be such a cookie-cutter bullshit that we've seen year after year after year. I called it in January. I said the winner of the Rumble loses at Mania. I stand by it, and I think it still needs to happen.
Listen, Cody's last 2 promos make me, I'm like 50-50.
He's selling the fight. So that I was just going to ask you guys now. Percentages. Sitting here with 3 weeks to go. Rob, the percentage Roman walks out champion is what percent? Are you really 50-50
Nah,
dead
I'm
even?
like 65 Roman.
65-35
But
Roman.
like,
What do you think?
I don't think Roman's going to win. I think it's going to Cody.
100%?
Yeah.
Wow. 100. Like, you're not even, there's not 1 ounce of
You're
you that
not
thinks that
thinking
Roman can retain.
nothing.
Nope.
Not that they're in Puerto Rico the next month and Roman's scheduled to be there.
The fuck does that have to do with
He's
with
scheduled
Roman?
to be there. Why would Roman wrestle at Backlash, dude?
He's still listen.
He's a
It
draw.
is
No,
gonna,
no, I
it
get
is
it.
gonna feel weird though with Roman. It's almost as if
Yes,
you have
he
to have
needs
him as
go
the
away.
champion.
He has to go away. You can't just.
But I heard there's rumbling saying that Roman wants to take like an extended time off after Mania. So therefore, you would think, all right, that means Cody's the guy. I don't know.
I just think Cody's the guy because of how much effort they're putting into all this. It would almost be like, well, that sucks. Because, okay, let's say Cody turns around and wins it at Backlash, or he wins it at SummerSlam. It's still not the WrestleMania moment that he wants.
I don't think it's about the Mania moment for him. I think it's the title. That's all it should be.
Yeah, but if you have a championship match at WrestleMania as the headliner, do you not want to be the one that comes out the winner?
He can headline next year in Philadelphia. I mean, it's next year's WrestleMania 40.
I have a very curious question. Both of you guys chime in because I think it's an actual thing. If Cody never gets hurt, ever.
Think about that.
If Cody never gets hurt, does Roman have the title this long?
Yes.
Only reason I say yes is because WrestleMania. Why not do it at WrestleMania? But then Cody was out for like 8 months, dude.
Right.
So then I don't know. That's a good point.
I don't think they would have gave it to him before WrestleMania. I think he would have carried that.
That was the writing on the wall the
Then
entire
who would have
time?
won the Rumble?
I
is the thing, like-
think he would have carried that feud with Rollins a little bit more.
They've wrestled three
Wrestled-
times.
That would have been 3 times that night.
And he beat him 3 times. It's like how much?
That's
can you
another
do?
thing he said, that he's never lost too. So usually
That
when
was
wrestlers-
that was the interesting thing
when they
that
start
I heard.
doing things like that.
That was
it's
the
like,
first time I heard that. Nobody really thought about that until he brought it
Until
up.
he
Like,
said it.
I'm back and I'm undefeated.
Yeah, but
by
I
the
just
way,
don't
it's like
thi- I
what?
think you're going through all of this. You bring him back. You have him at number 30, and I get what you're saying that you say, and it very well could be. I just don't think it would come off right. Like, he's got to win, right? Like, he has to win.
But that's the point, though. They want you to think he's got to win. He has to win. He's selling out all this merch every time they go somewhere.
That means he doesn't need the belt. That means he
wants
doesn't
it.
need the belt.
Of course,
Gives a
he
shit.
wants
Everybody
it,
that's in
dude.
WWE wants
Yeah, but
the belt.
He wants it.
He doesn't need
And
it right now.
He might not need it, but he wants it. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Because
Tommy,
like
that's
you
like
said,
that's like
for a while.
anybody
but that
in
gives him
WWE.
a reason to turn heel. That gives him a reason to turn heel. And that gives
Okay.
him a reason to bring the Winged Eagle back, because I'm doing what I want, and this is what I want to do. Him bringing the Winged Eagle back as a fucking babyface, I think is kind of stupid.
Now, did Roman wrestle at Backlash last year?
WrestleMania Backlash? I don't even fuck.
It's just fucking Backlash.
I don't
it's
know.
just fucking Backlash.
I don't know. if he
Last
did.
year was WrestleMania Backlash, but
Probably not. Who would he have wrestled?
Well, because everybody that wrestled at WrestleMania
Didn't he wrestle
wrestled each
Edge and
other
Daniel Bryan? Was that last WrestleMania?
No, Daniel Bryan was.
So what was the wrestle? Who did he wrestle?
here, WWE Backlash
Brock.
2022. Here was the card. Ready? Results.
Definitely not.
Cody Rhodes defeated Seth Rollins.
Damn, Cody's been there
That was
long.
Backlash?
Like,
That was
yeah.
Backlash.
Oh yeah, that's right.
'Cause they
He came
wrestled
back at
WrestleMania.
Edge and AJ Styles. Where the hell is AJ Styles? He's hurt?
He's hurt. He
He's
broke
hurt,
his
yeah.
ankle or something.
Yeah, I
Edge
heard at the
defeated
house
AJ Styles. Omos defeated Bobby Lashley. Good Lord. Ronda Rousey defeated Charlotte Flair. So there it was. The Bloodline defeated McIntyre and RK Bro.
That.
Okay.
Like that. They're not going to do that unless Roman ain't going to do that shit.
And Madcap Moss beat Happy Corbin in case anybody gave a shit.
Dude, you know who Jim Cornette puts Madcap Mass over like every fucking time he talks about it.
Because the one thing he says,
probably a
if it
great
wasn't-
worker. I mean-
if it wasn't for his goofy gimmick, he's a great worker.